By the Rumor once again. Here we are again. I am the voice of DeFi. That is Christine Barnum. Christine, how are you for episode 23 of By the Rumor?
I am great. Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me, or do I sound quiet? I feel like I sound quiet.
I feel like I sound quiet. That's what I was wondering. Okay.
No, you don't. You sound crystal clear, best you've ever sounded. So.
Oh, awesome. I'm doing good. I think a lot has been happening all week, so there's a lot to talk about. What'd you do this weekend?
The usual. Baseball, hot. I sweat a lot whenever I'm outside for baseball. Anyway, yeah. The usual, just out here. But there is a lot to talk about, because the things that you and I talk about on By the Rumor are a lot of pop culturally relevant things that deal with the markets and how that all kind of goes together into one big ball. And there was tons of that this week. So we will talk about it all, I think. But once we get through all of these little topics here, I want you to tell me if we've left off anything, because I feel like there is a good chance that we've left off something big, because lots of big things happening. If anybody is new here, this is By the Rumor. You can follow us at By the Rumor TV. I think it's that same handle for Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and of course here on X. If you get a chance, share out the room, okay? Share out the space, y'all. Isn't that what you used to say a long time ago on Spaces? It's like, share out the space, y'all.
Share out the space, y'all.
Yeah, there you go.
You should be saying that because you're from Texas. But.
Share out the space. You know, I don't say y'all as much as you might think it, but I do text it a lot, I find. I don't think I text it to you because I don't want you I'll go with it. I don't want you be making fun of me. But yes, I will text y'all more than you might think.
Yeah.
All right, so the topics to Christine's left. Yeah, sure, left. To the right from the viewer. Yeah, right by her microphone there. We're going to go over those topics. We'll do about 3 minutes each. Then Christine's going to tell us a little bit about an investment conference that happened over in Atlanta over the weekend. And then I want to talk about some diminishing returns that AI is giving us back. Have we hit a little bit of a plateau? And does that affect how we feel about investing in AI-based startups, or even AI-based somebody that's been around for, most of them had been around for very long. But I want to talk about that a little bit as well. So Christine's got her phone out. You can see that she's probably sharing this room right now. Christine's cool, and you should be just as cool as Christine and share out the room as well. Let's get as many people in here as possible. They can always listen to it later whenever it's not live. Hello to everybody who does do that. But otherwise, please share out the space. Talk in here. There's a little message in here, and sometimes we get some good conversation going that we can talk about live while we are speaking. So with that, let's get this party started. Let's talk about a YZY hack. Christine, did you get in on this token that I think it hit like $7 billion or something like that? It hit a lot.
So I saw that he had come out with a token, and I was like, and as I've said before, I'm just not fast enough to get in and out, like with profit. So I don't even mess with that. But I'd love to know how you did. Did you get in on it?
I did not. And I know you think of me as somebody that just keeps my finger on the pulse of these things. And I do, but much like you, I'm not doing it once it's that late. By the time I feel like, to see something like that, by the time I see it, I am putting my capital at great risk to be coming back.
Right.
Take a good picture. I feel like you're about to take a picture, aren't you?
I was.
No.
But okay. How did it do? Do you know anyone that did on it or lost a bunch?
No, I have seen some people lose, and most people, I would say, did. But here's something that happened. His Instagram got hacked. And when his Instagram got hacked, they put in a new address for the YZY money token that was wrong. It's a fake scam coin.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. I forgot how people used to do that. Holy crap.
We're back. It's not used to. It's still, if they can get away with it. And yes, they posted to a fake one, and it had a fully diluted valuation of $7 million before it collapsed to $82,000 in just minutes. That's according to Gecko Terminal. So,
oh my gosh,
somebody,
I can't. That's crazy.
Yeah, somebody did pretty poorly, I would think, on that. It says that, and you know how you talk about getting in there like on time? I'm sure somebody saw his Instagrams, put in that contract address, and was like, oh, I'm early. For the first time, I'm early. And they were not early.
Sad.
The real token spiked to $400 million in market cap, but since it's went down to 75 million. And that's why I don't do it, right? Because once it got to 300 million, I'd have been like, I'm done. And yeah, maybe I could have got in and out at 400 million, but I probably would have just held it to the 75 million that it is now. And it's probably going to go lower from here. What's the point of getting this? Can I buy shoes?
Right. I was just going to ask, like, with Yeezy coin, what did he think was going to, like, where was that going to go?
It's not, I really mean this. Has there been a celebrity token or coin that has done like really, really well ever?
No.
Give me one. I can't think of one.
I can't think of one.
I've told you before, I think Iggy Azalea does well and that she sticks with it. Like the other day, she said, if you're not sure if my tweet or my post is about crypto or not, it's probably about crypto. And so she sticks with it. I don't know what her mother token is doing, but I will say she sticks with it. Now, I'm assuming it probably is not going anywhere real big. Ozzy Osbourne's NFT project, it died before he did, as far as I know. I can't think of a single celebrity one that did well.
No. And I think they missed the mark on it. It has to have like an ecosystem and longevity with something. I think Chris Brown tried to do something with like where it would pertain to concert tickets, but I think they couldn't make a deal with like Live Nation
Like
and
Ticketmaster
stuff like that.
or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
That makes sense. All right, moving on. Trump expands the crypto empire with crypto.com. Okay. Have you seen, do you like the Naked Gun movies? And if you have you seen the most recent one that was in the
No,
theaters?
I have not seen the most recent one.
Have you seen the old ones? Are you a fan of that kind of comedy? I am.
I like just lost interest and didn't watch the new one.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Well, there was a scene in it where it was at formerly Staples, now Crypto.com Arena. Okay. But they renamed it in the Naked Gun to PonziScheme.com Arena.
No.
Yes. So thanks for that,
Did that
Hollywood.
affect Crow at all? Oh my God.
I doubt it. I mean, it's the Naked Gun. Everything in it is in jest. So yeah,
I hate them.
You hate the. I don't. I like the old ones. I think the old ones are fantastic and great, and I think the new one was good. It was good. But yeah, they did slap Crypto.com Arena in the face with a PonziScheme.com Arena. But anyway, on to what this actual story is. Trump expands the crypto empire with Crypto.com. It says the Trump family involvement in cryptocurrency is expanding, and they have a new partnership with Crypto.com. The move signals a growing acceptance in digital assets by mainstream society. This is definitely the most crypto-friendly president we've ever had. I've said before, I don't think he understands it.
I told you this a long time ago.
You did, but I also told you he didn't understand it, and I stand by that. But I do think his sons understand it, or his people understand it.
That's
it
enough.
is. It is enough. What do you think now about him getting in a partnership with Crypto.com? Because now, well, I don't know what that means. What you tell me. What does that mean? Crypto.com and Trump together.
Does that pump Crow?
I haven't looked at the price of Crow in about 2 years, so I do not know.
Same, but I wonder if people holding Crow bags, like a few of my friends, that'll help them out. I'm sure it'll help.
You should ask them because I've got a number for you. Trump Media said it plans to purchase $105 million worth of Crow.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I would think that would.
Cool. If I held Crow bags, I'd be like bullish.
Oh, I'd be happy. Maybe with a few more $105 million purchases, they can get back to 2021 levels. I don't know if they do.
Oh, my God. The other thing is, I guess the administration just invested in a Doge mining company. I'm not sure if that was correct.
Really?
Something about Doge, yeah.
I don't have this in here, but what do you think about them buying the United States government buying 10% of Intel. I should have put that in here, but what do you think of that? Isn't
Oh
that
my
weird?
God. I was just reading about that, and I was gonna make that like part of my segment, but
Oh, you should have.
I don't know. I think that, I mean, it makes sense for them, but I wonder how that affects like private companies and the government having influence on private companies, you know?
Yeah, I've got a few different things. I'll say this. The government never runs anything as well as the private sector,
Correct.
right? I've said this before. What would you rather send something if it's a really important package? Would you send it USPS, which is government, or would you send it UPS or FedEx? And my guess is you would send it UPS or FedEx because
Correct.
yeah, because they're private and they do things right? And USPS, they may get it lost for years or for weeks
Yeah.
at the least. So
Forever.
I'm a little hesitant about the government running Intel, but I do wish an American company was building chips as well as NVIDIA is, not an American company. So yes, I wish them all the luck, but I'm skeptical. Vegas is pointing to no. All right.
Yeah, I'm also skeptical.
All right. My next one, this is my favorite topic of the day. Let me go back here. Okay. Crypto toy toss. Christine, have you kept up with the WNBA and different things thrown on their court?
No, please tell me.
You don't know where I'm headed with this. Okay. Well,
No.
3 or 4 times, maybe 5 times, people have been throwing things on a WNBA court. Those things, Christine, would be a green dildo. Green dildos have been raining onto WNBA
What?
courts. I knew.
Oh my God, why? Why?
Would you participate in that? Would you throw a green dildo onto an NBA court if it meant?
No.
Well,
So
here's
stock prices are up on green dildo companies.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. I laughed at this story, and I've laughed at this story for some time. You would think I would have had us cover this on here before, because this has happened for a few weeks. Even on Polymarket, you could bet on what the next color of dildo that was thrown
Oh my
onto the court
God.
would be, which to me seemed like an infinite money glitch, right? You hide a purple dildo in your pocket, and you throw that onto the floor, and you bet, a few $1 million on purple, and you win. But anyway,
God.
it turns out this has a crypto story to it. It turns out that there was a crypto project affiliated with the green dildos, and they
Holy
were getting
crap.
free marketing. And I honestly have no clue what the token is. Is it, green dildo coin or something like that? I don't know. But that's what it was. It actually has a bit of crypto insight into it. And so next time, Christine, you see a green dildo laying on the floor of a WNBA game, you can think that, oh, it's those crypto bros. It turns out Charles Burgess, 32 of Dayton, Ohio, was arraigned on 10 criminal charges, including felony assault with a with a weapon, interfering with a sporting event.
This is why people have a hard time, taking crypto seriously.
Well, it says authorities said on August 5th, Burgess threw the green sex toy that hit the girl in her right leg before fleeing on foot. So he ran. And the victim, the girl that got hit with the green dildo, she experienced pain but was not hospitalized. Is that painful? Would you think that's painful? Like a green dildo thrown from across the arena?
I don't know. I would imagine so, but I think this whole conversation's so silly. And then that it has to do with crypto makes me so mad.
But whenever I told you it has to do with crypto, you probably aren't that shocked, right? Yeah, and on some level, you probably went like,
Correct.
"Oh, that makes sense," right?
Of course, yeah. You guys, we have to be more serious.
I don't know. Well, I can't believe you didn't see this because there was memes after the second one, and then like a third dildo came. There was like a George Bush meme that was like, "Sir, a third dildo has hit the." It was the World Trade Center meme. And it was like a third dildo has hit the court.
Oh my God! Wait, who cleans up who goes and picks them up off the court too?
Like a poor security guard. that forever has
Poor
to.
dude.
I mean, assuming he's grabbing it with like a glove or something, right? Because honestly, we don't know how these dildos made it in undetected. And there's one way they can get in for surely undetected without serious civil rights violations.
Oh my God.
And so I would pick it up with a glove. Is all I'm saying. All right.
Oh, boy.
Next up, I knew that story would get it going. All right, Christine, are you worried about flesh-eating parasites? How much of your mind space each day
I
and
am.
week?
We all should be very worried about flesh-eating parasites.
Okay, well, you may want to get a pen and paper and get ready for this story. That's because the New World screwworm has been detected in the United States, confirmed by the Department of Health and Human Services, and the source came from a person that recently traveled to El Salvador. They're worried that this could affect our meat supply, and yeah, this is big. The human screwworm, the New World screwworm, is. Are you concerned about this? Are you going to stop eating meat so that you don't get? This is a flesh-eating parasite. Okay, this isn't just any parasite. This is flesh-eating. Are you worried about this?
When did they start realizing this?
Well, this has happened before, and they're able. It can actually. It's the larva of a New World screwworm fly. Okay. And it can destroy wildlife and even kill household pets. Okay.
Oh, no.
Hug your loved ones, okay, because flesh-eating bacteria could get there. There actually has been serious outbreaks of this in the 80s and 90s. And the way they got rid of it is they bred billions of sterile flies, male flies, and dumped them in the air in Texas and Mexico, and then that will stop the spread. So they give, like millions of flies vasectomy, little micro vasectomies. Don't you think that'd be hard to do, to give a vasectomy to a little fly? But that's how they sterilize them.
Oh my God.
No,
What
I'm just
surgeon
kidding.
goes to school for that? Imagine.
I'm just kidding. But that would be hard, right? To do a mosquito vasectomy or a hookworm, whatever this is, a fly vasectomy. I mean, because some of them are probably pretty hung. No, I'm sorry.
First of all, since you're in the medical field, should we all be worried and should we chill on eating meat?
Do not medical advice, okay? But I would, if this does get into the meat supply, it's a problem. And as you and I talk about how this affects stocks and things like that, whatever meat industry stock that you're involved in, that would definitely take a hit, okay? But it's okay. We have vasectomied hookworm flies that will be fine.
That's
all right.
gross.
Next up, I know that from this show, you're familiar with Sydney Sweeney, and I know that I like Sydney Sweeney, but are you familiar that the Gap has came back with their own ad?
I think
so did you. You're froze too, but I can hear you. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
There you go. That's weird. Have you seen the Gap ad? That's the answer to American Eagle. Have you seen that yet?
I haven't seen it, but I've heard it talked about.
Well, you are not going to be able to say that any longer, Christine, because I have came prepared.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I'm going to see it. Perfect.
Okay. So here we go. Let me bring this up. There we go. Right. Yes. All right. Here we go. I'm going to move over here so I can get in the center of this. All right. So prepare your eyes for, I believe their name is Cat's Eye. I'm waiting. I don't know where it goes after that, but that is Cat's Eye. So you are the judge. This is a judge of one. No one cares what I think, okay? I feel like you can talk about this better than I can because I am mesmerized by Miss Sweeney. Who wins, Gap or American Eagle?
I appreciate both. But I thought you were going to show me this one that people were talking about Shabuzi and like a few other people talking about their jeans, and people were saying that was the clap back to Sydney Sweeney. So they must have come out with a few of them.
Well, there may be that one Shabuzi. I don't know if that has anything to do with the Gap, though. That may just be a clapback just in general that other people put together. But apparently that group is a group named Cat's Eye. Are you familiar? I'm too old.
I've never heard of them, but I liked it. I liked both.
Okay, so that's what I was going to say. I probably don't have to tell you, and you probably already know, this is actually fallen? Sure, we'll go with that, along political lines. So the conservatives are like, damn right, Sydney Sweeney, American Eagle, patriotism, okay? They're doing all that. And then the Gap, the left loves the Gap because they're like, it's so diverse, it's so good. It's just too bad they didn't have different body shapes on there. That's unfortunate. And I have read that several times.
It's so crazy how we have to politicize everything.
100%. Here's what I will say, as you, a very fashionable young woman. Jeans are in, man. Denim is the thing because we've got Gap, we've got American Eagle, and man, the winner out of this is denim.
Voice.
Yes.
Sorry to cut you off, but
No,
I
go
just
ahead.
looked up. Levi's has a clapback on it too, and Shabuzi's on it.
Okay, so that's what it is. Okay, I'll see if I can do that. Maybe during Christine's Corner, I will not listen to you for a second and pull it up. So I guess they're all. The thing is, I like the Gap ad. I think it's great. If it wasn't for everybody politicizing everything, I'd be like, oh, that's really cool. I love the way they dance. I love the way their jeans look on them. Love the way they move. I like it all. And then the Sydney Sweeney one. I feel like I've said enough times on this show that I like that one. Why can't we just like the things for the commercials? Why do we have to be like, oh, that one's a white girl, so I hate that one. And oh, that one's diverse, so I hate that one. Why can't we just enjoy the videos? Why can't we just enjoy the commercials?
Everything has to be, oh, it's about race or it's politicized. It's not just what it is. And I'm starting to be like, it is what you want to see. And if you see it as, something's racist, and even though it isn't, whose problem is that really? Like, if there was no intention at all to make something racist, but you see it as racist, isn't that a personal problem? But then the thing is,
100.
You bring that to social media and it spreads like wildfire. Everything can,
So just bringing it back to stocks. American Eagle did well after Sydney Sweeney's ad. Okay. Gap did well, which, by the way, as far as this being a clapback, you can see the choreography that was in that video we just watched. This thing was filmed before the Sydney Sweeney ad ever came out, right? It just came out. But the left really likes it because it says, is better than yours. Okay, they love that it says is better than yours. And again, because we all have to go against we have to cheer for our home team and can't just say the Sweeney ad is good, the Gap ad is good. Cat's Eye, they seem to be good. You need to ask around with your progeny, with your children, who Cat's Eye is.
That's true. I should
come back and report and tell us. Are they a big deal? Are they the Spice Girls of the modern generation?
I've never heard of them, but like we're both old now, so
yeah. I was about to say I'm not the guy to ask, but anyway, Cat's Eye. That's them. All right, listen to you. Yeah, I mean, it's got you shaking your head.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next one. More woke backlash, but this is actually the right that is upset. Cracker Barrel. Christine, are you a Cracker Barrel fan? You like Cracker Barrel?
I am not a Cracker Barrel fan.
Have you ever been to Cracker Barrel?
No. Wait, I think I have one time.
I've been to Cracker Barrel numerous times this year. Have you seen that they are rebranding? That they have decided. Okay, well, they've got an old guy that they named Uncle Vernon or something like that. They name on there, and here you get Christine. He's white. Okay, and they're removing him from the logo. Okay, and now the logo looks generic and blah. And it looks like a Golden Corral logo, okay?
Oh, wow.
And they're going to change the inside of Cracker Barrels because before it had this old country type of branding, and now it looks like real sterile and everything. And everybody's pissed, okay? So when everybody's pissed, we got to look into a CEO and find out what she believes in. And it turns out she believes really highly strong in DEI and them as a company support LGBTQ, and now the right is pissed. And it says that their stock, I guess their market cap went down $143 million after their rebranding. So it did hurt them in the pocketbook. Yeah, it says Cracker Barrel's lost over $143 million in market value after its recent rebranding, which is being too woke and alienating core customers. So, is
Oh
this another case
my.
of go woke, go broke, or is the conservatives, have they lost their mind on this one?
I feel like both sides have lost their mind a lot of the time.
I feel like that's you and I's conclusion, just like the last story with jeans. In
Yeah.
this one, both sides have probably lost their mind. However, as a Cracker Barrel consumer, I will say that I was upset to see their new, not upset, that's too strong, but their new logo it just lacks personality. You know how like used to McDonald's looked like cool? Like whenever you worked at McDonald's, Christine, did they have cool playground equipment and like the building looked cool? Was that the case when you worked at McDonald's? Do you not even remember?
It's so crazy that you've brought up the playgrounds of McDonald's. Do people even use it? I don't know. But when I used to work there, I remember it was all the moms would use that like to meet up, and it was cool. Like it had the ball pit, super
Yes.
cool slides and stuff. But I don't think that does so well anymore, right?
Well, there still are playground stuff, but it's not as cool. You know, it used to have the hamburger where you'd go into the hamburger and you felt like you were in jail. I don't know if you remember that. Had the
Yeah.
slides that would give you like 12th degree burns because they were all outside,
Yeah.
all of that. Well, now McDonald's have stripped all personality out of the playground equipment and just their building. Almost every building that you go to now regardless of restaurant, it's just like a box. It's like they have all the same architecture to it. And I think Cracker Barrel, I don't know that they're going to be a box because they're too big of a restaurant for that, but it's kind of the similar, their rebranding looks very similar. It's just all stripped of any sort of personality or anything like that, which to me is that's a big loss. Before I move on to your Christine's Corner, Christine, is there we had so many stories this week that I felt like were right along the way you and I talk about things, a lot of pop culture events that can move markets. Did we leave off any big story that I hit the Gap, I hit Cracker Barrel, I hit green dildos? Is there anything else I need to be hitting?
Well, Levi's, the one that we haven't
Yes.
seen, they're coming in on it. I know Baskin Robbins is like part of that now too. What else? I don't think we're missing anything. And if
Okay.
we are, please tell us in the chat.
Yeah, let us know in the chat. Innovative, we only have one comment so far, and Innovative just says, Trump. And I don't know what that was in response to.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Yeah. I'd love to. I didn't see it whenever it popped up. I'm sure it would have made more sense as I would have saw it. But here we go. Pulte, housing director on social media, in the trenches on Twitter Spaces. Interesting. Pulte, the younger Pulte, he's an interesting dude. He gives away a lot of money, real philanthropic.
Yeah. I remember I used to kind of talk to him on Twitter in the beginning, like years ago, and we were following each other. And then I think the more he got noticed and like obviously part of like a bigger plan now, even with like the administration and stuff, we don't talk anymore.
I see. Oh, okay. So, Innovative is giving us a little more clarity. He said a celebrity that made it, and I guess he's referring to Trump, the Trump.
That's
token.
true.
And then he said the Pulte housing director. He says, he's still in the trenches. So, Innovative's adding that to my list of at least those that are in the trenches, even if their token isn't doing well. And is the Trump token? Can we say it's doing well? It's got a high market cap, just not as high as it was.
And what was it for? Nothing, right? Like you can't use it.
I mean, it's for cool things. We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. We don't have that now.
It's for cool things.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's do some Christine's Corner. Christine, you and I have been
put my glasses on.
Oh, put your glasses on because she's about to get serious. You know, whenever she does that, things get really serious.
Christine's Corner, where the buzz is hot. Crypto trends or the latest pop plot. From gadgets that glow to stars in the sky. If it's on her mind, you know it's gonna fly.
Yes,
So plug
it
into
is Christine's Corner. So every week I talk to Christine and say, hey, you need to pick a topic. And she looks into topics. And I sometimes am looking for a topic as well, which I have one, which I'll do in about 15 minutes. But first, Christine's Corner, she's going to talk about a little get-together. I don't know if that's too weak of a term, but called Investfest. I had never heard of this, but Christine, you looked into it. What was Investfest, and why do we need an Investfest? I love the rhyming of it.
So the first time I ever heard about Investfest was a few years ago. I think it was just the beginning of that. And the founder had gotten a big group of A-list celebrities, or maybe B-list, good influencers. And then it's very urban feel. And then he had them as a panel and they would have discussions, and it did so well. Fast forward, they held their new InvestFest 2025 just this past weekend in Atlanta, Georgia. There was over 25,000 people that came this year. And part of the big names was Magic Johnson, Issa Rae, Steve Harvey, Charlemagne, aside from a bunch of A-list influencers as well. And they had panel discussions and try to influence, I guess, a younger generation into investing and how important it is, give them some kind of financial literacy in investments, how to do it no matter what budget you have. And I think that's pretty cool. I never knew if it would take off so well the first time I heard about it, but lo and behold, fast forward, it's doing very amazing.
Is this an education thing? Like, are they really teaching people how to read charts, read, a P&L sheet or something like that? Is this an education thing, or is this just talking with CEOs of important companies?
So it's called edutainment, education blended with entertainment. And then you have people teaching about wealth, legacy, and cultural accountability. Steve talked about, what does legacy look like beyond dollar signs? Financial empowerment driving cultural equity, or simply amplifying celebrity brands. Magic Johnson did a panel on when to hold and when to sell. So his strategy, and doing pretty well, I think, and I would imagine, I don't know if it goes into charts much, or if they like break that down, but I'm sure they have programs or references on where you can go to learn that. He talks about how he sold a lot of the Starbucks stores, and it enabled him to pivot into iconic MLB franchise with massive ROI. Investing in future startups with cultural roots. So they always like mix in like the urban culture with like investments.
Okay, yeah, I'm hearing a lot of culturally, I hear the word culture in there a lot. That was like a buzzword that you said in there. Is that, I don't know, a lot of what you were saying, I feel like it's a lot of people that are speaking that are talking about how many things that they have accomplished within their culture, but I'm not hearing a whole lot of things that the people that might have paid to be there could benefit from.
Like walk away with. So I imagine it's like a Coachella / TED Talk if they had a baby.
Okay. Okay. I think that helps me understand a little bit better what it is. If it's like a TED Talk with a financial bent to it.
And they had like I guess a pitch competition, and winners would get financial hope in, I'm guessing Magic Johnson and all of them investing in what they have. They brought in the Bronx student stories and access to, I guess, capital and resources on how to start up your business and invest. So I'm guessing there is where like it breaks down.
Okay, because to me, starting a new small business is a lot different than investing. I mean,
right.
Yes, both can lead to income, but it sounds to me more like they're trying to get people ready for entrepreneurship more than they're trying to get people ready to invest.
You're right. The only thing that, that's what I think it is, because they had a vendor marketplace that hosted over 400 small businesses, offering attendees a space to shop, network, and then for vendors to, create network and make some money. I mean, it's really cool. How about if we went next year?
Okay, do it. Let's do it. Or is it always in Atlanta?
Yeah.
It is. It's every year it's in Atlanta. Okay. Yeah. We knew it's been, how long has it been since you and I have met up at a conference? Good. Yeah. How long has it been since you and I went to a conference? It's probably been 2-3 years now. we should go to another one.
Oh my God, we're boring now.
Yeah, we've
Boring.
became boring. Yeah, we became boring now. Well, I always liked, because it's always easy for you. You could literally drive whenever we would do like a Vegas, whatever. But you know, in that season, there were so many Web3 like little events that would be happening. And now I think a lot of Web3 is
Parties.
like, yes. And then you and I kind of got a little disenfranchised by it. We're like, it's the same people every time. And it got a little old there. And I got to see how the mint money was being spent. And that was a little frustrating as well. So maybe Investfest is our answer.
That brings me to, and we always talked about how we would go to these NFT events or, yeah. And I'm like, what'd you learn? Nothing. What did I learn? Nothing. And we're like, we spent money though. So I'm thinking for our next event, we should go to the Bitcoin.
Oh, Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
Well, the Bitcoin has a, it's like, it's the Bitcoin conference every year. A
Yeah,
lot of
we
times
should
it's
do
in,
that. I would love to do that.
Oh, I would
or
be.
even like
You got fruit.
What else should we do? What's that tech one?
I mean, there's a lot of tech ones. I would be
the
more.
main one.
Oh God. Oh, CES.
Yeah, I want to go to that one too.
Oh, I would love to go to Consumer Electronics. Yes, gosh, I would love to do that. Yes, let's do that. Let's find out when that is. Let's find out when that is and go there.
I'm
That would
gonna
be
find that out during your corner.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right. Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to look into a few birthdays.
Ooh.
While she is looking that up, everybody needs to know that there are some birthdays that have happened today. Some of these people, I don't know if they are still alive. And Christine, you were going to tell me if some of these people are still alive. Sean Connery. Is he still alive? Sean Connery?
Sean, he's alive.
He is? I don't know. He would be 95
He's with,
today. Sean Connery.
Oh shoot, is he not alive? Hold
I
on.
don't know. He's 95. I mean, if he has passed, then I'm not going to be too shocked. Yeah. Are you looking up Sean Connery?
He died in 2020.
2020. Is he a COVID death? Oh no. Way to bring the
I
room
know.
down. Way to go, Christine. Way to bring the room down.
Oh, pneumonia.
Oh,
So
it probably
COVID.
is. It probably was COVID. Oh no.
R.I.P. Sean.
Yeah. Well, the next one I believe is alive. He's 67, American filmmaker, known for his eccentric and gothic fantasy films. He's directed popular movies such as Beetlejuice, Edward Scissorhands, and The Nightmare Before Christmas, as well as Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Alice in Wonderland. Who is celebrating a birthday, Christine?
Tim Burton.
That is correct. He is 67 today. How about this guy who is 64, only 3 years younger? He's an American singer-songwriter. He's best known for his, I don't know what he's best known for. Is it his debut single, Achy Breaky Heart? Or is it his daughter, Miley, to achieve Achy Breaky Heart achieved triple platinum status in Australia. He was also starred in a television show called Hannah Montana with his daughter, who is having a birthday today and is 64.
What's his freaking name? Ray something?
Yes.
Ray.
Billy Ray. Billy Ray Cyrus.
And he's not doing so well lately.
Oh, he's
Happy
not?
birthday.
Why? What?
I think a hardcore relapse.
Oh, no. But yeah, happy birthday. Jeez. I'll have to look into that. It's sad for Billy Ray. How about, I won't say her name. She's an American actress known for Serena von der Woodson in the CW drama Gossip Girl. She also appeared in films such as The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, The Shallows, and A Simple Favor. I do believe you don't like this girl. She is 38 today. Do you have any guess who this is?
Who the heck is that?
I believe it's Blake Lively. She is 38 today. Hasn't she been in the news a lot recently for treating people poorly? No? Yes?
Who?
Okay. And then lastly, 94 years old. I do believe he is still alive. He's an American media personality, actor, singer, known for hosting talking game shows since the 60s. He holds the Guinness Book of World Records for the most hours ever on U.S. television. And you may know him as the original host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Who is 94 today, Christine?
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Why can't I think of his name? What is it?
Regis Philbin, 94 today.
Gosh.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. I used to watch the news. What was it? Good Morning America?
Yes.
Yeah, and I loved him. I can't believe 94. Wow.
Yeah, 94. Well, and that's what's so amazing about him is it says the most ever hours on American television. All right,
Wow.
With that, happy birthday to all. Let's talk a little voice lessons.
Voice lessons, you'll hear it loud and clear. Tech and crypto wisdom, the truth is here. Big thoughts, bold moves, cutting through the haze. When the voice speaks up, you'll be amazed. So listen up.
All right, do we have diminishing returns in AI? We just might. Oh, you'd think I could spell that right. I have diminishing returns.
Diminishing.
Diminishing. Yeah, sounds like somebody's been drinking or something like that whenever that happened. All right, I'm not even going to fix it. I'm going to leave it because I'm a man that believes in just leaving your mistakes out there. Is there diminishing returns in AI? Well, let me put this out. Whenever GPT-3 came out, everybody was real excited. Man, it was such a big improvement. We were starting to see Midjourney come out with these amazing photos. And I remember I had a subscription to Midjourney to have these really good images that you could make whenever you wanted, and it was amazing. Then GPT-4 came out, and oh my gosh, its images were absolutely amazing. Matter of fact, a lot of the imagery that you see for By the Rumor is made by GPT-4. A lot of the AI stuff has been done through GPT-4. That was absolutely amazing. So between 3 and 4, it was huge. Then they became GPT-4o, different models, and every time it was better than the last. And I think the whole industry, especially the investment side of things, people were getting excited. They're like, man, if it is getting this good now, imagine how good AI is going to be in 5 years, 2 years, 3 years, next week, that sort of thing, because it was moving so fast. And I'm a part of that. Me being on By the Rumor, I'm always telling everybody about AI. Everybody that's listening, you know that I always am pounding my chest about how AI is going to take over everything and it's going to continue to get better while we as humans get worse. Well, I'm going to tap the brakes a little bit on that today because I believe we're seeing a broader AI industry. I'm going to call it a slump, okay? Whenever somebody's batting in baseball and they have a rough few weeks or even a rough few years, we'll call that a slump. We won't say they forgot how to hit a baseball. I'm saying the AI industry has hit a slump. GPT-5 came out recently, and we were thinking, oh my gosh, if 3 to 4 was this big, then 5 is going to be otherworldly. And Sam Altman, the OpenAI CEO, he did not try to soft sell it. He was like, this is going to be like having multiple PhDs in your pocket to be able to ask them anything. This is going to change the world. And when it came out, everybody was disappointed. I say everybody, maybe that's too big of a broad stroke, but everybody's very disappointed in GPT-5. Instead, it was better, kind of. So much so that Sam Altman thought he needed to bring back 4.0, GPT 4.0, because they did make it where you couldn't even get it. So they brought back 4.0 just to say, okay, sorry. It's kind of like the Cracker Barrel thing. Everybody got so upset. And difference between them and Cracker Barrels, they actually did re-release their old model. It wasn't tons better. In the places where it was better, it was only marginally better. Your good buddy Bill Gates, Christine.
You're a good buddy.
He predicted this. He says he thinks we're about to see GPT-5 come out and that nobody's really going to care that much. And he nailed that one. He may be wrong about vaccines and everything else that he's doing, but I'm telling you, he absolutely nailed that one. There was a recent study that found that there was no significant increase in creativity across 14 widely used LLMs, including GPT-4 over the last 18 to 24 months, and even top tier models only occasionally hit the top 10% of human creative benchmarks. So, Christine, you've been through Web3. You've seen Web3 and how we can get all excited about a new technology. And we saw NFTs crash and burn. We've seen meme coins crash and burn. Is AI going to go through a similar fate? I do not. Well, who cares what I think? I'm going to ask you first, and I'll say what I think. What do you think? Have we hit a speed bump on AI growth, or is this as good as it's going to get? Or are we just pausing for a little bit before the massive explosion of what we're promised that AI will bring us?
I think we're at a pause. I don't even necessarily think it's a speed bump, but we've been aggressively like growing in AI. And I think this pause is scary in my eyes because I know the next like launch to public viewing is going to be insane. And then AI is going to do another huge like growth. And yeah, I just think AI from now on is just going to keep growing. And then the future holds us not doing anything and AI just running everything. And then we're all just going to be big and like Wally.
Like, well, okay, well, answer me this. So from an investment standpoint, if you're saying the AI is pausing in growth, is this a sell the news sort of a thing, right? And
or buy the rumor.
Well, we buy the rumor whenever we finally go down and we hear we're about to go back up, right? But is now the time to get out and then get back in whenever the chips settle a little bit? Is that the way we should look for AI investment? Or do you just buy right now and know that it's going to recover anyway?
Well, the way I do things is buy right now and it recovers anyway. You guys know that's how I do it. But the smart way would be, like you could use that money to, if you sell now, you could use the money and get more ROI somewhere else and then come back when you feel like, it's went down a little bit more and that it's time to recover in your eyes. But I'm not good at that, so.
Yeah, well, I'm not great at timing the market either. Matter of fact, anytime I do well in my trading, many of you know I try to create trading bots and things like that. And the ones that do the best are the ones that don't try to time the market. They try to use signals, trade those signals, and just deal with the aftermath of
right.
that. So OpenAI itself, they acknowledged that they botched the GPT-5 rollout. Sam Altman admitted, we totally screwed up things, which that's a pretty big quote, I think, from a CEO to say we totally screwed up things. It had technical flaws, emotional attachment from the model's tone, and like I said, they restored 4.0 to get that back. So there's a hype versus reality. There's headlines from The Guardian, Financial Times, Wall Street Journal, and they highlight a growing sense that the AI boom may be slowing. OpenAI, Meta, and others, there's now tempering their expectations as we're kind of in a cautious era, a transformative phase. There was an MIT study, and by the way, the number I'm about to give you, I don't believe. It says an MIT study shows that 95% of generative AI products produce negligible revenue growth, indicating much of the real-world deployment isn't yielding returns yet. Gosh, over what time period? This is such a new space. It's hard to be able to say negligible revenue growth whenever so many groups are probably in a building phase right now, which we know that revenue may not be there just yet. So I don't know that I believe that 95% of generative AI projects don't show any net revenue growth at all. But what do I know? Haven't seen the study, so I can't really answer that. I myself, I'm still all in on AI, but I'm also still in on crypto, and that waxes and wanes. That's a roller coaster as well.
Yeah, we're used to it. We're used to roller coasters.
Yes, yeah, and maybe that's just it, is we are so used to it through crypto and through stocks. I see things go up. I see things go down. We also have a regulatory side to this, just like crypto does, because they will try to regulate AI as well. So this is going to continue to be a topic to kind of look at. And as investors, which a lot of people that listen to us do have at least one foot in the door in investment, I would, not financial advice, this isn't necessarily telling you to buy or sell anything. I'll just say you really should look into AI things that you're getting into right now, because it's a precarious time with AI. And I frankly think it's just a precarious time in the market right now anyway. So because of that, I'm probably myself being cautious with any type of AI stocks or AI related coins as well, because we're at a pause where we're going to find out what the industry is going to do. Is it only going to be OpenAI, or is some of these other competitors like Anthropic going to go in and take over for the industry leader? But I'm telling you right now, it's diminishing returns, and everything from here on forward is probably only a small gain. There may be some big thing where finally it's just huge in this event horizon type of thing where everything just kind of becomes clear all at once. But for now, I think the gains are going to be very incremental, right?
It's going to be very boring.
Yeah, boring. But boring, you and I have said many times before, boring can be profitable as well if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And then isn't Elon, I heard this week that Elon's suing OpenAI, I think, and
it wouldn't surprise me. He was an original investor with them, and they were going to be open where you could have their models and download at home, right? They were an open project. Well, now they're closed AI, right? Now all of that is behind closed doors, and he's pissed. He was like, that's not what I invested money into. So yes, I don't think him and Sam Altman get along.
yeah.
When is he going to challenge Sam Altman to a cage match like he did Zuckerberg?
Yeah, at the Coliseum. Who knows? But Elon likes to, he's very vocal about people he doesn't like. So
He indeed is. Take for him and Trump. They ever get back along? They're just mortal enemies now. Is that the way Trump and Elon are?
I don't know. I can't tell. I feel like he's quieted down on all the
has.
jabs with him, but you could tell, it's still iffy between them. And I don't know. I would love to know if there's open communication between them and things that, because the Doge
Yeah.
department is still very much, he founded that. So I don't know.
I will bet if we were to ask one of them, they would say, I haven't talked to the other one in months. That's what I think they would say. I would think it's been months since they've talked to him.
It's wild.
Yeah.
You know what? I feel like our government or political climate these days is very much like watching WrestleMania.
It is. I for one, okay, so there's a documentary right now on Netflix called America's Team. Follows the Dallas Cowboys, if you've ever heard of them, and their stellar run through the 1990s to be the team of the 90s. And it's very, very good. My expectations were low. Anytime there's something with the Cowboys, I put my expectations very low, so I will not be disappointed. But this has far exceeded it. But one of the things that stuck out to me is they showed several teams winning the Super Bowl going to the White House. And I was watching, I was thinking, weren't those good times that no matter who was in the White House, Republican or Democrat, people were like, sweet, get to go to the White House, get to shake the president's hand. Maybe I didn't vote for him. They get to shake the president's hand, and this is really cool. We get to go to the White House. It is not like that anymore. Now, oh no, I don't like Trump. Oh no, I don't like Biden. Oh no, I don't like Obama. And you get all these teams that are like, maybe they go, maybe they don't go, maybe some of the stars go, maybe they don't go. Everything has to be so freaking politicized that we can't even enjoy what should be like a celebration of how good things are. So anyway, yes, AI space, just to get back around to things, because I've obviously veered off the road here. The hype and rapid gains of the early years are giving way to more of a measured reality. We're seeing technical constraints now, the compute power needed for all this, the efficiency that's needed for all this. Before, you could just throw more GPUs at it and all of a sudden you'd be growing. That's not the case anymore. Because of that, we're having ROI skepticism. We're seeing a lot of failure rates, and now you just can't throw a lot of money at it to build. We're seeing a shift in innovation that's being seen more with agents now, or multimodal, which is what GPT-5 is. We're trying to get more than that. Because of that, things are going to grow slower. The political environment makes it tougher than it ever has been. AI is still growing. Don't hear me wrong that I'm saying AI isn't still growing, but it is growing at a slower rate and not as big as it once did. So that's my voice lessons on AI. Christine, what did you learn today?
I learned that not everything just goes up and up and up and up.
Yeah.
And there's going to be times where, things take a dive, or it's just a boring chart to look at. But there's always an investment opportunity. And it just depends on how you invest.
Yep,
Don't
that's
follow
right.
the way I do it or the way Voice does it, but we'll
That'd
tell
be a
you
bad
what's
move.
going on.
Innovative brought us one story that we should have mentioned. Lil Nas X. Have you?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Kind of sad. Like, what's going on? That's
Yeah.
so sad. And he might serve 12 years or something like that.
Let me tell you what I know. Maybe you can fill in the blanks, since this did happen around your part of the world. Is Lil Nas X was found on the road naked. I do believe he was wearing a traffic cone on his head, if I'm not mistaken. And police stopped him, and then he attacked the police, something along those lines, ran towards them with his traffic cone. They subdued him, got him into the hospital, and that's where he is now. So we're talking a guy that literally had, maybe still to this day, had the #1 country song of all time in Old Town Road, right? That's by Sales, so you country heads don't come after me here. That's by Sales. But now he is in rehab, in jail. Did you say he might face 12 years for this? Is that
Yeah,
that
so
right?
I was looking like, what did he do that he might serve 12 years? And the only reason I'm like so shocked about it as well is that you have homeless people doing this constantly in the street, and they're not serving 12 years. They get like tossed back out. I'm guessing because he's a celebrity,
Yeah.
there might be. And then I looked into the charges. It was like, oh, attempting to assault, or he did assault like a police officer, and then an executive officer. I'm like, an executive officer? Like, I've never even heard that when this happens. This happens all the time. You see, drug addicts or homeless people strolling the streets naked or whatever, the same thing he's doing, and they don't serve 12 years. And then they're in and out the same day. So it's so weird that they're making such an example of him, and he might serve 12 years.
We're getting too kick-a with our police names. If they're executive officer, whatever happened to the
Executive
sheriff and the deputy? Whatever happened to that? Now we're the executive officer.
It's so crazy. He has money, right? So he should use like multiple great lawyers in, highlighting the fact that this happens every day, and why is he, being put up as an example. And he was like behind the closed doors too. Did you see that? They didn't even offer him like to be in the court when they were
Oh no, I didn't see that. But I think you answered your I think you answered your own previous question. Why are they doing this to him and not to the other homeless? He does have money.
Yeah.
And they know they can get it from him, and with the
It's
other
so
homeless,
sad.
they can't. Yeah, it is. It is.
And they were saying that.
What? Oh,
they were saying that they think he's going crazy and has a drug problem and whatever, because it's a cry for help, because they won't let him make new music. And that's like a whole dark, the dark part of the industry and what it does to a lot of these artists. But I guess he's been going crazy lately and having to do cries of help on social media, and then obviously went out into the street at 4 a.m. naked and attacked some officers. Is a cry for help, because they've shelved him.
yeah, that sucks. We said he has money. I assume he does. I don't know how quickly you can blow through money whenever you have a severe drug problem, like
Right.
maybe he does, or mental health issues or whatever. But he may be burning through money at a fast pace. If I can talk about the NBA for a second, there's a player named former LeBron teammate Delonte West, and he is homeless now. So you got a guy that's made several million through the NBA that is straight up has no money to his name, homeless. So it can happen. You can run through that money quickly.
Wow.
And yeah, you can't. And I don't know if that's the case with Lil Nas X. It seems like his money was made very recently, so he probably hasn't ran through it all, but he's obviously he's obviously battling some demons right now. So crazy stuff. All right.
absolutely.
Well, Christine, that's what you've learned. I have learned several different things. I've learned about Investfest. Thought that was interesting. You and I should definitely go to the Bitcoin conference or to CES. That would be great as well. And I've also learned that stop politicizing everything. I feel like that's been a theme for today's topic is stop politicizing everything. You're making it hard to just enjoy what we have that should be in front of us. So, all right. And also don't throw green dildos into a WNBA game. Don't do it. If you were planning on doing that, Christine.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it
do that.
anymore. And before
Okay.
we go, did you see Taylor Swift's announcement?
I have. It's funny you say that, but right before we got on, I had a little pop-up toast on my phone that said she is now officially engaged. Is that correct? Well, you announce it. You have the news. You announce it to everybody.
Her announcement is
Okay.
your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married.
What am I looking at? Is that an aquarium?
That's both of them.
Oh, I see them. Okay, sorry. It's so far out. I thought it was an aquarium. I said, what am I looking at? Is that an aquarium?
Oh my God.
Oh, there's one that's a little closer. Do we have a picture of the ring?
No. Am I doing?
No, you're doing it. You're doing it fine. I can see them. They're like forehead to forehead.
Oh, here's the ring.
Oh, there we go. Is it large and in charge? I would think so. Yeah. Do you think he looks a little goobery now after he met her? He looked like a really cool guy before he met her, and now he looks kind of goobery.
Yeah, you could tell she dresses him.
Not for the better. I thought she would have like a really good sense of style, but
Maybe not for men.
okay, yeah, maybe not. He had a good sense of style.
Yeah, I know.
Before Taylor, but good for him. Good for him. Good for her. Hope they are happy together. Is this okay? Right now, Christine, this is recorded forever and will be uploaded to YouTube this time. Are they going to make it? 10 years from now, is there a Mr. and Mrs. Swift?
I don't know. I really didn't think they'd even make it this far, but maybe I'm just wrong, and that they do have a great dynamic, and he obviously lets her dress him, and who knows, maybe they're great together.
Is she going to hyphenate? Is she going to be Swift Kelsey?
Yeah, Swift
No,
Kelsey.
she won't. It is Taylor. Yeah, Innovative just said no. No, she will not be hyphenating.
I'm
It'll
going
be
to bet
Taylor-
on it on Polymarket.
On Polymarket, that would be great. Please do. Please do. Maybe he will change his name because he's so progressive. He'll be Travis Swift.
Travis Swift, he would.
Yeah. Let's hope not. Just don't change your name. Or change it, but then like secretly, your stage name is still Taylor Swift. I don't know. I don't think we're seeing any changed names anytime soon. All right, that is the show for today. Congrats to Mr. and Mrs. Kelsey, Mr. and Mrs. Swift. Breaking news right here for everybody with that. Christine, anything else to add till we're back next week with episode 24?
Nope, but we will keep our eyes peeled for some breaking news for you guys for next week. And then if you guys have any suggestions, always please feel free.
Please feel free. And this is breaking news to you, Christine. I'm working on something where you and I are on each side of the screen, right? And then there's going to be like a TikTok that I've like loaded up, 10 TikToks in between. And
Cool. I love that.
Yeah, I'm working on it. It hadn't quite. I would have unveiled it today, but it's not ready for prime time. So, coming soon, where we can have instant reactions, and we would have been able to do it with Cat's Eye today in their Gap ad, but weren't able to do that today. So, be ready for that. Your homework, Christine, is find out who Cat's Eye is for us old people. Okay,
I will do
find
that.
out who they are. All right, sounds good. Until then. Peace out, everybody. We will see y'all next week. Peace.
Chasing the thrill of the digital hive. Stocks and tech in a renegade code. This is the path where the bold explode. Behind the charts, the story unfolds. Fortunes are built in the data it holds. From crypto skies to entertainment streams, pushing the edge, chasing dreams unseen. Find the road, the story unfolds. Fortunes are built in the data it holds. rise up on the darker side. Shark rise up on the darker side. Charts don't lie, but the faces do. Watch the market sway like it's testing you. The gossip's currency is hard to ignore. Behind locked doors lies so much more.